So
you start every show with just saying so and then laughing at yourself.
that's my trademark, apparently. But quite, you've got to have a thing.
It's a new name.
You've got to have a gimmick.
Yeah. So haha.
So haha, the new podcast.
The new special.
Yeah, Pitch It Good lasted long, didn't it? Welcome to Pitch It Good.
Welcome.
Oh, how you doing, Paul?
I'm very good, except I sound like I've been smoking 40 a day.
Well, you've been smoking 80.
I've been smoking 38 a day.
Yeah, good. I'm not a quitter. That's what we like.
I said I'd do it.
Yeah.
By Jove, I've done it.
Good. I watched the film this week.
No way.
Yeah, I actually watched the film. I finally watched Cocaine Bear.
Did you? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
It was all right.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, I had high expectations for, a cocaine bear.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my favorite weird animal movie. Don't look at me like that.
Okay. I don't think we talk about those sort of movies on it.
Like the Sharknadoes of this world. Yeah, that was better than this.
Yeah?
Like much better.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, those are cult classic. I think they knew what they were going for when they made those.
Did they?
Yeah, I mean, they weren't setting up. I mean, like, there wasn't someone who finished making Sharknado and went, I've done it.
I felt like this was trying to be Sharknado.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Yeah. How about you, Paul? Any films?
No, unfortunately, I haven't seen any films. I was in France and I lost my voice.
Oh.
Which isn't really an excuse for not watching a film.
That sounds like the plot of a classic French cinema film. I lost my voice in Paris.
I lost my voice in Paris.
Oh, so, yeah. You know what I've been up to?
We should super rehearse these. We're so bad at this. What else have you been up to, Jim?
Well, when you think, you've known me for a long time, Paul, right?
Nope, that really met you.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind when you think of me is country music star.
I thought I really didn't want you to let me answer that. country music star. Yeah.
But I've decided that I've had enough and I'm going pop.
Oh, okay.
Going pop and giving up the music career. I'm going to I'm going to get with one of these, famous athletes, and I've just sold out a world tour.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, made a bit of money from it.
How much did you make, Jim?
£39.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, man, cash hot.
Cash hot, I'm rich.
Yeah. So I think that given the success that we've had from previous endeavors, business ventures.
Is that what we're calling it? Business write-offs.
This is fraud. I think we should just do another movie.
It's working out quite well so far. Do you have anyone in mind for the new one?
Yeah, I do. I think given this is episode 5, it's a big one.
It's a milestone we never thought we'd reach.
No, absolutely no. So I've invited someone in. Who's a good friend of mine. We've worked together before. He's an absolute legend in comedy. He has a character, Ronnie Rigsby. Works with all the greats. He's the comedy guru. Runs the Logan Murray course. Of course, it's Logan Murray.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Was that a good enough intro for you?
Good. I thought you. I felt a bit uncomfortable when you described us as friends.
Paul does every week.
Yeah, I've begged him every week. Please don't say that.
I don't know you.
Yeah. So,
I'm paid to be here.
Only because I think we're more than friends.
Oh yeah, obviously. We'll have to turn the cameras off.
Yes.
Yeah. So Logan, have you seen any films this week? Anything good going on?
Well, I just been going down a K-hole with Baldur's Gate 3, so I've not.
It's tough to play on ketamine, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I keep on losing
Against the ketamine or the game?
Well, both really. I've chopped up the motherboard. I'm snorting that. So
why don't it turn on?
Yeah. I need a new computer.
If I press my pineal gland, I can access the Wi-Fi.
So I've been going through. I've just been making everyone's life a living hell by saying things like going, do you think you'll be working long? Like if you pop out to the shops, you think you might be.
I think we should.
I think I should stay here in case there's a delivery. I think we should stay here.
We should go for a lovely day out.
Yeah.
You go out.
Yeah.
I'll look after the house.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll guard the place.
Yeah.
I'll make sure no one gets in.
But I did see one. I mean, again. No.
I've not heard of that.
Sorry.
Very positive film.
I was it wasn't that recently. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it is on TV. I think it's on Netflix. And I think earmarked for a long time. Triangle of Silence. Triangle of Sadness.
Oh.
Triangle of Sadness. Brilliant film. I don't know if you've.
No, I don't know. I like it.
It's like a proper. It's like a film in 3 acts. Like every act is different. It sounds very pretentious when I'm saying like this, but it's just it surprises you at every turn. You know?
Wow. So the Triangle of Sadness surprises you. Oh, only 3 turns it surprises you.
Yeah,
on.
that's right. You do because you don't end up at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's more of a rhomboid.
It's an obtuse film.
Yeah. No, but it's got it's got this.
It's such a perfect review of a film. How did you like it? It's like a rhomboid.
Yeah. Yes. I'd like to describe it 2 ways. First, with mere words, and secondly, by going into non-Euclidean space. But it is a really good film. I do recommend it, and it's just the middle act is just a massive 2 fingers towards massively rich people.
Oh, perfect.
And they're,
Perfect.
So it's lovely, and but it's like a little microcosm of capitalism and collapse. It's very good.
5 rhomboids from you then.
Yes. In fact, it did. You probably don't remember this. There was a film called The Admirable Crichton with Kenneth More in it back in the 1950s.
You're definitely making these
No,
up now.
I'm making it out, really. Kenneth More. It's a lovely film. I think it must have been based on like a stage play. But he plays a butler to a very well-off family, and they get into they go on a boat. There's a crash. They end up on an island. And of course, the Admiral Crichton, the butler, is the only one who knows how to do anything. So he becomes the ipso facto president of the whole place, and everyone else treats him like a father figure and everything. At the end of the film, they're all rescued, and it's like everything goes back to status quo. But there's a little element of that, but it's real. It's twisted, and it's very sort of fuck you, but it's very good. I really would recommend it.
Twisted, fuck you, 5 rhomboids,
Yeah.
Logan Murray.
It's so bizarre that what you described sounded lovely, and then you were like, and it's a bit like fuck you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wait, hold on.
Someone at the end just goes, fuck you, at the end. Like cool. So, Logan, we've invited you in to pitch. You've come in to pitch a film to us, and you're very excited about it.
Yeah.
What sort of genre are we looking at for the budget of £39?
Well, that's slightly disappointing. So I was going to ask for a slightly bigger budget. I mean, 39 quid will probably cover the film, but I do need 100 mil for marketing.
Oh, my completely separate budget.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what we did to get that.
Well, it's. I mean, it's a film that deserves to be done properly. That's the only thing. I don't want to sort of cut corners. You know, it's not like Colin the Zombie or being filmed on a mobile phone. You know, this is proper. This is proper. You know, like Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That sort of budget. You know, everything's done on a shoestring, but a sort of massive cinematic feel to it.
The big one.
Yeah. But we don't necessarily want to splurge on massively bloated budget. So
People.
no fat people.
Yeah.
Not allowing any fat people.
That's the first fact I've got of the film.
Yeah. Okay. So that's very important because I'm looking for sponsorship from.
We better go, Jim.
Huel.
From Huel.
Huel. Yeah.
Oh,
Huel,
nice.
the tasty shake.
Yeah.
We are open to advertisers.
Yeah. Oh, Huel not sponsor us.
Can you imagine me on the front cover?
Yeah, of the Huel. Yeah, you'll look like us.
Well, we
Oh,
could have
awful.
I mean, it's going away from it, but you know, there's always Bradford piggeries. They're always trying to find a product for more modern.
Yeah. Fine.
For more you.
Yeah.
Fine company. So
Okay.
genre.
All right. So focus, Logan. Focus. So the elephant pitch. Not the
elephant
elevator pitch. The elephant pitch.
The elephant pitch.
So this is the pitch you have to make when you fall off an elephant before you hit the ground.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it's even
We-
shorter than an elephant.
We have got a good hour to fill there, so
Okay.
how big is this elephant?
Okay. all
Indian
right,
or African elephant?
I'm gonna take a risk and say Indian.
It's a smaller the
I
element.
know. But that's how confident I am about the project.
Small elephant.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Matrix meets Harry Potter.
I am 1,000% in.
This is
Yeah.
I am listening.
£39, please. Okay, so I can't. I mean, basically, it sort of follows the 3-act structure. The joy of this as a product is it could lead to a massive franchise. Everyone's looking for franchise projects,
Yep.
at the moment. So
Yeah.
this has a possibility of a shared universe. But we could tease something. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. We could tease something in the post-credit sequence. But the post-credit sequence, we can set them up for sort of an Avengers style.
Oh, right.
thing. But it's not a superhero movie, right?
Right.
So it starts off. There's a young. I mean, there's more to it than this. Obviously, there's probably like when the credits are going, there's this massive, explosive, chaotic scene of mayhem and fast shots and people running away and people running towards people and just general,
Just general chaos.
Just chaos.
General undescript chaos.
Yeah, people doing somersaults. Backward somersaults.
Nice.
sometimes,
Falling off elephants.
Yeah, all this. But and then of course it transpires that it wakes up at the end of the credits and it's a dream sequence and there's this very unprepossessing bloke with very messy hair who runs a. This will become apparent through the first establishing scenes, but he's a very down at heel, unprepossessing guy called Dennis who runs a pig sanctuary. And he's also trying to get a dog sanctuary off the ground, but that hasn't happened yet. But he definitely runs a pig sanctuary, right? And he's
He managed to get the pig sanctuary off the ground.
yeah.
No one buys dogs.
No.
Who plays Dennis?
Well, I mean, the obvious choice, Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Just because he's very versatile, he could play anything.
Yeah, Adam Driver is Dennis, the pig sanctuary /
Yes.
dog entrepreneur.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
But he's, did you see him in the final version of Terry Gilliam's Don Quixote?
No.
No, poor
he's
Mo.
very.
No,
He
I
had
won't
that
do.
well, he's very good in that, and we know he can play down at heel and desperate. You've only got to see how he behaved after he finished the Star Wars films. Crying, events, everything. Why did I do it? The money.
Oh yeah, the money.
Yeah.
£39.
£39. You sell yourself for £39. What of course, if you're not watching this, you're only listening to the podcast, you can't see me delivering 2 very poorly executed hand jobs to the executive producers.
I don't know. You're a trier.
Yes, I am.
You've got big hands.
Yes. They're not from me, but they're further away from my body. Anyway, so Dennis, he's pushed over. He's bullied. He's put upon, but he keeps on having these dreams. These dreams where it's like, things, significant things. Like there's why is this weird dark wolf in it?
Ooh.
Why is there explosions? Why is there lots of running? Why is there unseen voices coming? Not from his head, but seem to be like almost as if he's got an audience. So there's all these, but basically he's put upon, bullied, everything like that. And then there's a very, it sort of follows the hero's journey a little bit. There's he gets an opportunity to save somebody, just in a mind, it's to stick up for somebody at a pub, or I don't know, it might be too crass to say it's a lady in distress. It might be a pig.
Pig.
Could be a pig.
Could be a pig lady.
Yeah.
Pig in a
Lady
dress.
pig, female pig.
Yeah.
Is the pig played by Miss Piggy?
Well,
Or is that too silly?
that's because if we're looking at franchise, they don't want to mix franchises. You know what I mean? There's like,
She's branching out. It's got nothing to do with the Muppets.
I know, but it's like, if you,
We haven't got Disney money.
I mean, it's pushing with Adam Driver because people, once you're in a franchise, people associate, like you think Scarlett Johansson, you think Black Widow, you think,
So we got.
You think Adam Driver, you think Star Wars.
you think that, or this. Dennis the pig. Anyway, the point is, this is so he doesn't he shows his cowardice, falls back, and then through a series of unlikely events, which would be fantastically choreographed, he actually becomes a unwitting physical protagonist, beating up some bullies completely by mistake. Completely by mistake.
Is it kind of like a rough and ready type fight, or is he from his dreams? Has he magically got this sort of trained art of kung fu or something?
Whichever will get me the 39 points. So,
Trained art.
yeah, trained art, yeah. So,
I looked at Paul for guidance. I was
Yeah.
like, as if he's like,
I'll show you how to fight.
Anyway, and there's a helpful hints along the way. He keeps on getting mail. These with little clues for saying him what he's. So anyway, he has this massive fight, becomes a local celebrity. Bullies start picking on him for a series of unlikely turnarounds. He keeps on beating up the bullies, and they keep on escalating. So he beats up a bunch of local drug pushers. Then he pisses off the people who get the money off them, and then he's basically unwittingly working his way up the.
He's accidentally taking down a drug cartel.
Yeah, completely by accident, no plan of doing this. And then when one of the letters from W comes through, right, and he this is moving into the second act now. Right?
all right, so
Okay.
W is
is if you like the Mr. Big or we don't know who W is, but W is just like somebody, an off-screen
a
protagonist.
puppeteer in the shadows.
Yeah, who's sort of like trying to bring Dennis to his complete. His complete self. So this is the middle act, really, is where he's, it's a very violent film. Look, because kids love violence, don't they?
Yeah. It's good fun.
Yeah. So lots of violence. But between that, there's also a series of MacGuffins where he's trying to work out exactly who he is, and he tries to. He was adopted as a child, so he's trying to find his real parents. He tries to find records of where he went to school. Can't find anything. He goes to a pet cemetery and he finds where his childhood dog was buried, and he's very
What's the dog's name?
well. He can't remember, and for some reason it's been scratched out. On
Mystery.
Yeah,
How does he know that it's the dog?
Yeah, as you know, that's great.
Yeah.
that's a good question. That's a good question. And
He just gets a feeling.
That's the sort of question I'm hoping the audience will ask.
Good.
Because the answer is it will be revealed through this time a distorted voice message from the mysterious W.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Is W a bit like? Do you remember Inspector Gadget? Just the hand stroking the cat.
Well, it is. It's. I was thinking more like a mixture of number one in The Prisoner. So that sort of thing. So the voice. I mean, a Deus Ex Machina,
Yeah.
or Machina. Wash. So anyway, the point is, I know I'm dragging it out, but this is a fast moving, fun, but all the family, little bit of gratuitous nudity.
Ooh.
But
From who?
From
The pig?
yes, the pigs won't be clothed.
No.
The pigs won't be
All
clothed.
nipples on show.
Yeah. And but in a natural state, there's no rouging.
Oh,
there's
no.
No shaving.
Natural
It's
pig.
Pure, natural, 100% pig.
Naturally unshaved.
Yeah.
It's a horrible pie line.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but, I think...
Gets the punters in.
Yeah, I think...
Give them what they want.
Yeah.
Right?
The people what they
Give them
want.
what
I
they
think-
want.
well, there's a lot. There's a lot of natural makeup is in vogue at the moment, isn't it? The natural look. So, don't put lipstick on a pig.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's good for the animal testing as well, because
Yes.
obviously we can put that at the end of the
Yes.
film. That,
No
that
animals are harmed.
Yeah, no
Oh,
animals
God, I
are
thought you were
harmed.
going to say it's good because then we can start testing on the animals.
oh well,
Well, we need another revenue stream.
yeah, that could work. Anyway, the point is, he's driven to a point of extremis when he's at the dog's graveyard, right? And he's having all these, we'll have a little montage of all these voices and all these things happening and all that, and it's all building up his head, and then there's this massive explosion, right? Massive, real psychic explosion.
All right.
Real, made up, explosion. Yeah.
So to him, there's this massive thing going on his head.
Yeah, and it's like in a Jungian sense, it's the individuation of himself, and they realise he had to have trauma to bring him back to himself. And the big reveal at the end of the second act is that Dennis is actually, and this is the possibility of the franchise, right? Is actually Dennis the Menace. Yeah, his dog, who he thinks dead. What is dead? Is dead. But his dog was possessed. He still has access to we called the dog Nasha, but the dog was actually possessed by an ancient Babylonian spirit called Ganesha.
Oh, Ganesha.
Yeah?
Ganesha.
So it's like this huge black. It's going to be this big sort of computer generated whizzing around tornado, a bit like Tasmanian Devil, but but easier to make into.
But flying out of a dog grave.
Yeah. And then for the rest of the film, he's on a mission of mercy, sort of using only a catapult to take out all the evil people in the world.
How does he get his catapult?
That is a very good question.
No.
He finds it. That's a series of MacGuffins.
Oh,
more MacGuffins.
You find. Well, the theories of things I mentioned earlier on. Well, the fights is W's leaving all these clues. Right. One of the clues is he's given a piece of U rod that's Y shape, and he thinks, "What's this dowsing? Is this dowsing?" Because it flips around by itself. He's given a bit of elasticated material, and then he's bequeathed by a dead aunt, because it's all the idea of just things just happening, by a dead aunt, a series of sea stones and pebbles. So it's completely, the beauty of this film is it could happen. It could happen in real life. One thing follows another.
It's very grounded in reality.
Yeah. So then, a bit like Doctor Who making the sonic screwdriver, he makes the catapult, and then he starts taking out. He becomes a pure force of chaos. Kids will love it.
Yeah.
Taking out authority figures. So not just the bad drug people, but other bad people as well. Ooh.
Strangers.
Yeah, people telling people off at bus stops for being too standing too close to you. Things like that.
So he's a real hero of the kids.
He is. Yes, he's an anti-authority figure. I've done a little bit of. I don't know how scientific it is, but I've done a little bit of polling. And
right.
Apparently, 5 out of the 6 people I spoke to about this project, who were all under 12. I don't go into details how. It might affect my day job at the nursery. But they did like the figure of sort of like a bit massively into anime, and they did like the idea of this sort of brooding anti-hero teenage. Of course, he's in his early 20s, but he's got to be early 20s, because he's got to look good in shorts and a sort of a red and black hooped.
Yeah.
To the full gear.
Yeah. So and then he takes out the drug dealers. He takes out the. He finds out through a series of incredibly plausible plot twists that the person who is the big kingpin of the drug dealing, selling drugs to kids, never a good thing, is it? And then.
Just for the record,
And
we are here at Picture Good.
So also, he's responsible for people coming around to your house and going, "Ooh, I've got some fish. Would you like to buy some fresh fish?" And you go, "No, thank you. I'd rather buy it at the shop." People like that.
Hang on.
Tarmacking.
No
one likes them, do they?
No. Oh, I thought of something else completely then.
Yeah, I was what?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, it turns out that the whole linchpin, he goes out further, killing people with his, wounding them, if we want to keep it,
Sorry, Logan. At this point, does he have his signature red and black stripy jumper?
Yeah.
How did he get that?
Because when in the implosion, he's just got it.
It's just
there.
Just knits.
It's a bit like when Doctor Who regenerated,
right,
and you regenerate into David Tennant, and from Jodie Whittaker. And then suddenly he was wearing all the David Tennant clothes. Well, really, logically, he should have been wearing all Jodie Whittaker's clothes, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
It made no sense, that. So it's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So is it that, anyway, the point is, his power comes from Ganesha. That's his animal totem. right? And the reason the pig farm is, of course, because of Rasher in the comic book. So that's why he feels affinity to pigs. And a bit like Ant-Man, when he's taking down the big boss, he's going to be riding on the back of, it turns out, it's a very heartwarming moment, the great-grandson of Rasher.
The great-grandson of Rasher.
Yeah. And a bit like Ant-Man riding the ants, he's going to be riding all these pigs up.
Stampede.
Yeah, stampede of pigs. And up through London, just, up through Whitehall, into the House of Parliament, and he's going to basically destroy the Prime Minister.
Oh, wow. So this is a political thriller.
Yeah.
Topical.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And because it turns out the Prime Minister is actually the linchpin for the whole...
The drug
all the
linchpin.
drugs, that's where they get their money from.
Oh, wow.
For doing politics.
Oh, right. That's what they do.
So that's it. So that's a really big action sequence, and of course by that time Dennis will be saying, like witty quips like James Bond, like he might be going, like if he knocks the top off a policeman and with the head as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So takes the head off. They'll go, oh, that's a fair cop, eh? Really?
Very James
and of course,
Bond.
yeah, or something else happens, and they go fanar. So it's like really. So there might be a Deadpool quality where he looks out the camera and breaks the fourth wall like Dennis did.
Yeah.
And that's where the voices come from. That's where the voice, fourth wall. Oh, that's a good prank, Dennis. That sort of thing, yeah. So again, is it coming from the world that Ganesh alludes? Anyway, we don't know. It's unclear. It's only the first film. It's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, I forgot about Ganesh.
Yeah. So that's his. So there will be a scene just when you think that the Prime Minister's got him in his clutches, and of course it won't be the real Prime Minister because it changes every 2 minutes, doesn't it? It'll be one of those prime ministers who always have in films who's incredibly like that, like
your traditional British Prime Minister,
all that moustache, looks like reads Daily Mail, or all that sort of Sir something or Lord something like that. For the American market, it's anything they understand.
Obviously.
And then, and of course, what he's going to do is he says, because he realises the provenance of Dennis Menace, he's going to slipper him.
He's what?
He's going to slipper him. He's going to slipper him because they think that's the way to take away his power. He's going to hit him with a slipper.
So the Prime Minister's going to hit Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Slippering, like in schools, they used to whack kids with slippers.
No.
Yeah, this was a thing, yeah.
And
I didn't get beaten up in school.
Dennis's dad used to do it in the all the time. Something, that was a threat. So he's got him, so it's almost like he's...
So it's kryptonite,
yeah,
the slipper.
Exactly. It's like,
a kryptonite slipper.
It's Dennis's kryptonite. So he's really against that. So he thinks it looks like he's going to be completely destroyed in this. Right? He's been snookered by the Prime Minister, who tells him, "You've done exactly what I want, because by getting rid of all the drug takers and all that, I don't have to pay anybody off. I can just use my political party to do all that." And they will do the drug selling when they go on canvassing. And their idea is to get everyone in the country hooked on crack heroin. It's a new thing they've just invented, crack heroin. And it's just, the thing is that you open the door, they blow it in your face, you feel so attracted to that political party, you will vote for them. Because they're the only ones who can supply you with the drugs. So it's a phenomenally evil plan.
That's a hell of a side effect.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's right, but so all his plans have crumbled, and that he thinks, oh yeah, I've done exactly what the bad guys wanted me to do, bloody bloody blah. Oh, they won't actually say bloody bloody blah.
Oh, I think they should. I think it's quite.
Okay,
the Americans will love it.
Sure, yeah, I suppose, probably.
It's good filler.
Yeah, it is. Bloody bloody blah.
Bloody bloody blah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Okay, so and then just as he's about to.
Did we get the Prime Minister's name?
Yeah.
Lord Fifafor.
Lord Fifafor.
Can you spell that for me?
As it sounds.
You sounded like a little boy.
Can you spell that for me, Daddy?
Is that Lord? What is his name? Lord?
Floor. But it's like spelt a bit like like Chumley is Chomundley. So it has a few extra letters in there.
Okay, I'll stick a couple of Z's in there somewhere. In that way.
And who is that played by?
Yeah.
I thought, and I know you might think he's oversaturated at the moment, my first thought was Nigel Havers, and I thought, I don't know how he's going to be good for the fighting scenes.
We can have stunt doubles.
Yeah, CGI.
Yeah, okay, all right. But if carte blanche, I know he's everyone's villain at the moment.
You could put Nigel Havens in a time machine and bring back a younger version if you'd like.
Yes,
that's
before
what I
he was
think about
oversaturated.
for the sequel.
Oh, right, okay, right.
Because when the Prime Minister goes back in time to warn his younger evil self about the, so that's the next pitch. All right.
Got you.
So,
Got you.
But I was thinking as well, or Hugh Grant. Or
Hugh Grant.
Because he plays a very good villain, doesn't he?
You could have the two actors just interchange and just at different points and just would that confuse people?
That would just be ridiculous. That would confuse a crystalline plot.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I mean, you could play Ganesh because I think I like.
It's not. Sorry, it's Ganesha.
Ganesha.
It's not.
Sorry.
It's not
Oh,
Ganesh,
Ganesh
the
is a
Hindu
Hindu
god.
god. Yeah.
This is
Get
the
it right, Jim.
Babylonian force of chaos. You know, it gets corrupted. Nasha, and then. Anyway, and just as he thinks his back's against the wall and he's going to be, all his dreams have come, and then the Prime Minister's mocking him for being nothing but an upstart commoner, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he will say blah, 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 at that point, because that's how little he cares.
Blah
Blah, blah. Yeah. My plan is blah, 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 you know, and then.
Yeah.
This is the blue
and
dust they
and
eat
we
it
can
up, yeah.
literally see the wind going out of Dennis's, and even his jumper starts to fade.
So he's on the ropes.
Yeah, and his hair, which has been all up since the big explosion in the graveyard, is slowly wilting, right? And then
Also, there is magic involved here.
well, is it magic or is it the power of love?
Is it?
Is it? Yeah. What's cheaper?
Whatever's cheaper, yeah.
Both.
Anyway, just he's there. Then Ganesha, the force of chaos, comes leaping into the room, rips out the Prime Minister's throat and eats him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big scene.
Yeah, big scene, right?
How long does this scene last?
About 2.5 seconds.
Oh, wow.
It's going to
so
be
it's
a lot
quick. Yeah.
happening.
Oh, wow.
The actual setup for it, but then the actual reveal will be like establishing shots. See that it's Dennis, it's Nasha rather. Big fanfare music,
Yeah.
Please keep going. Don't stop.
And then the choir coming in. Then the clouds open, and then this sort of boom, this little black cloud appears there, and everyone looks at it like, huh? Right? And then it's dum 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 dum, but not like Rocky.
More like the Umbongo thing.
Yeah. They drink it in the Congo, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and then lightning's coming out of it, and then it's fucking Ganesha, and Dennis like and then Nasha. That's when Nasha eats the Prime Minister.
So Nash, who plays Ganesha at this point?
Well, it's a CGI dog. It's like, you don't say you're embarrassing yourself here.
No. I'm
You
talking
don't
Ganesha. Ganesha, the
dog. Yeah.
He's a force. He's an animal totem, isn't he?
Oh no! Of course, I've
Who
got.
played the Tyrannosaurus Rex in Jurassic Park? You know,
I love after
Alan Rickman.
everything we've gone through, you got to say with a really straight face, he's an animal totem, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. I've not studied animal totems since infant school.
You've not lived.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't remember.
Well, look, I did it CSE.
Oh wow!
So,
Big qualifications.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all, and then he comes out the hero's journey, goes back to his lovely job as a pig sanctuary. He can now open a dog sanctuary as well, and he's the cock of the walk. Everyone loves him, and then we find out who W is.
Yeah, because I was thinking about this. I was like,
Oh, the big reveal.
It pulls back. And I don't know if this is post-credit.
Sorry, I thought you said I'm back. I was like, I didn't go anywhere.
So I don't know whether, I don't know if this is like a post-credit sequence or this is something built into the film. I've got an alternative post-credit sequence if this goes into the film. But maybe the last bit of it will be the reveal that W is actually Walter.
Walter Softy.
Yeah,
I couldn't. I was
Softy.
like, I know it's going to be related to Dennis, but I can't think.
Yeah. So it's like, is he the secret puppeteer? You see the secret puppeteer all the time. Softies are weeds, or is he the brains of the operation? We don't know. It's left ambiguous, right?
Yeah.
But the possibility for franchises, if that was the end of the film, right?
Yeah.
Then we have the post-credit sequence, and the post-credit sequences. We've got loads of options. We could just have a shot going out from the piggery, the pig sanctuary, and it's floating over the town, and it descends on Bash Street School. And then, or if we don't want to go for the big budget thing, we want to build up. That's a bit sort of Zack Snyder. Justice League, let's bring it all in at once. Whereas I think if we go the Marvel route, which is much better, goes there, and what we just look the next film of the franchise is going to be Minnie the Minx. So the camera goes there,
nice.
and it just goes to a beret with a big red bubble on it.
If you don't know a lot of Beano, this is going to go over so many people's heads.
Yeah, but they don't need to. That's the beauty of it, because.
We're going to see a dandy crossover.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's,
Bring in the American Dennis the Menace.
Screams. And the Screams.
Yeah. And crossing the screams for Halloween.
But so that's my pitch, really. So it's a standalone with the possibility of us all owning our own island after 3 films.
Yeah. The Adam Sandler approach to movie making.
just quickly, we did meet W, who turns out to be Walter Softy, who is the nemesis traditionally of Dennis the Menace.
Yes.
How did we get introduced to him? Do we see him does he just turn up behind the bus stop or something?
Well, usually it's like
getting
little,
off a bus.
Little letters. We might see a hand, but little letters going on, a little post-it notes, but all signed W, right? But it's very weedy hand. Very weedy hand that does it. Very pale. Doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Not very strenuous wrist. Very weedy.
You're describing my hand.
A support, wrist support.
Yeah. And then it's a bit like Mr. Glass in the that film with that bloke.
Oh, that one.
Oh, Unbreakable.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah. So it's that idea. So like mastermind of thing. But then the pullback is like he'll. The final letter, right? It'll pull back, and we see the back of his head. Then he'll turn, and we'll see it's Walter the Softy, because he'll have a badge that says "My name is Walter the Softy," right? And then he's going to go, "Good prank, and then
So who plays Walter the Softy?
Yeah.
I think in the. In Fellowship of the Ring, when they hadn't decided on Andy Serkis.
He does not.
No, I do know this.
Oh, you do know this one. This is one you do know.
They had a sort of a generic, sort of the Gollum in the first film changed from the Gollum in the Two Towers, and it's slightly because it fitted more with Andy Serkis' performance, right? Well, it's just, we can have a placeholder for that, because I think once this film goes big, and it will, gentlemen, it will.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one island is pessimistic. I think huge
Indonesian
style, an archipelago.
Yeah.
I think for the second film we're going to have a pick of the Hollywood royalty, or if you prefer, the Korean film industry, because
Big
big market,
up and coming. Yeah.
So
big Netflix.
So we could get anybody really to play Walter. I mean,
who are your top 10 favourite Korean actors, Logan?
there are so many.
So many to choose.
So many.
So many.
All of them, I have to say.
Yeah. I think that's the only fair. You couldn't pick a favourite.
Well, it'd be unfair to, really, because they all.
I'm begging you not to guess.
Well, for similar reasons, I don't think we should tackle Little Plum.
No, I don't.
I think that might be problematic.
You have absolutely exhausted my Beano knowledge there. I don't know who that is.
Little Plum, little Native American.
Oh, God.
Oh,
with
wow.
with the pot belly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think we should have him in it
Was
for
it-
obvious reasons.
We'll
Yeah.
delicately sidestep
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
no
Yeah.
ranger approach.
Yeah.
We don't even have to explain it.
No,
No,
no.
best not.
Well, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is different. Obviously, it has to be different from the the comic book. And the same thing here. There will be
Slight
It's a
difference.
modern gritty remake.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's think Watchmen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah, I get it.
In the Watchmen, they changed a few small details,
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe some of the costumes, and
Yeah.
we've done a very similar thing.
Yeah,
a few
little-
small details. We
Yeah.
turned the dog into a
Babylonian
tornado of
totem.
chaos.
Yeah. So
It's just little things.
Yeah. I still think I didn't mention there's a little subplot in there
Oh.
where he feels again, this is leaving it open for the second film, but he feels responsible for the deaths of his mother and father. Of course, the mother and father are terrible authoritarian figures
Yeah.
in the what can we call it, mythos
The universe
of the yes.
Yeah.
Not enough people discuss the mythos of
Yes,
of Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. But in actual fact, what it will become relevant is that Walter the Softy killed them because he was trying to hone Dennis into the perfect killing machine.
Oh wow!
Hence all the hints.
Out of
So you have
context.
this.
I think at this point we need to hear what some of these hints are, because I've got written down here that there are some letters and voices.
Yes.
But if this sounds really important for the character development of Dennis the Menace, the orphaned owner of a Babylonian chaos spirit. I think it's really important that we know
chaos animal.
kind of chaos animal.
Totem.
So totem, which I actually have written down. So I think some of these letters are. Do we get to see some of these letters?
Yes, yeah, but of course, you don't want to read text on it. You don't want to see a film and then have to. It's not the 1930s. You put a letter on there, and a rostra camera looks at it for 30 minutes. That's not cinema.
Does he look up and go, "Have you finished this bit
Yeah,
yet?"
yeah. Can I turn over?
It's like one of these new fancy Netflix things where you say like press free to read.
none of that. No gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
No gimmicks. This is pure storytelling involving a little bit of CGI for the chaotic spirit of
Oh,
the
thank
animal.
God.
And
Imagine doing that in practical. Got to get a real tornado.
Yeah, yeah.
Film.
So the pigs aren't going to the pig
real
riot
pigs,
through London. Real pigs, real London.
No, but no, real pigs, real London, not real Prime Minister.
Oh no, yeah.
A policeman lost his head earlier. Can we
Yes.
do that in CGI?
Yeah, well,
You have to really think about it. No.
No, this is no gimmicks. Real
The-
decapitation.
Yeah, but you had a question. I didn't really answer it.
It was the letters.
Yes,
It was
the letters
some
go
letters,
for
yeah.
it. Obviously,
Yeah.
Filmmaking 101. You start with the letters, right? Dennis is reading the letters out because we don't in Walter's voice. That would be too much real. So, dear friend, this is from a word of the wise. And then do you remember that time? And then what's going to happen there is the film is going to go. Ooh, and then you'd have clocks going backwards.
No gimmicks.
And then calendar, little calendar pages, April 1st, April 2nd.
Yeah.
They go working backwards though, not forward.
One of those
Go,
cat
"Ooh."
clocks with the
Yeah,
swinging
yeah,
tail.
yeah. And then-
Eyes going back and
Yeah.
forth.
yeah. And then people are riding on penny farthings, and you go too far, and then you go back forward. So there'll be an element of that, and then we always know it's in the past because there's sort of a washed out look to the not sepia. That's too obvious.
Yeah, yeah.
But that sort of
Cliche.
washed out.
It's a
Yeah,
gauche.
yeah, exactly. We want more of a. Again, I'm not a big fan of Zack Snyder, but we go for the Zack Snyder bleached out Army of the Dead look.
Lens flares everywhere.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
So-
So, that's
James are going like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
But
I know
I do think you're focusing on, if you don't mind me saying, I think the minutiae, you've got to look at the bigger picture here. The bigger picture. I mean,
Bigger
sorry to
picture.
talk about the letters, but the whole thing is an epic tale.
Yeah.
Epic tale of one man and his pig and his it transpires his Babylonian totem
I feel
animal.
it's our duty as the executives to ruin this film somehow. So I'm going to really need you to insert some awkward sexual tension into this film.
Yeah, no, I've got that planned. Yeah.
Between who?
Well, he's got this is it's gonna well. It starts. It's the little vignettes, right? They build, but they tell a little mini arc in themselves. In the first act, he's got a late library book. And he takes the late library book back, and you sense the deputy librarian. So it's 3 deputies, and then librarians.
Played by Johnny Depp, the deputy.
No, because she's a woman.
Oh,
Johnny Depp could do that.
He's got the range.
he
Come
can
on.
play a woman.
That would certainly introduce an element of sexual awkwardness. But I was thinking somebody, somebody up and coming.
Oh,
Maggie Smith. Somebody.
We've got a time machine. Do you want young?
Well, we could CGI anyway, but somebody without the Miss Brodie accent, but somebody, some young ingenue, right? And she's there's some tension because he should be paying a fine for the late book he's brought back, but she lets it go, and there's a little moment between
Saucy.
them, right?
yeah.
Little wink.
How old is Dennis at this point?
He's in his mid-20s.
Oh, good. I just wanted to check.
But I thought she could be 78.
Yeah,
Because-
perfect.
Well, I was just thinking because you want to hit people with disposable income.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the voters.
Yes.
Because it's a political thriller.
Yeah. And then the second time there'll be typical hero's arcs. He goes back. He actually accidentally destroys a bit of the town, and the bit of the library is ruined. And she just goes, "Oh, you vandal!" And he wants to say so much, but he can't. Because he's so full of emotion. So he just has to go back to the fight, and knowing that this possible maybe love of his life, tale as old as time, young 20-year-old amnesiac boy who's actually an avatar for the spirit of vengeance and chaos, falling in love with a 78-year-old but fit librarian, and then anyway, so like he walks away because he can't say, it's just that typical. I can't say anything. So he goes back to the fight, and at the end of it, when he's cock of the walk and he's got the keys to the town and stuff like that, he just he'll just go to the library and say, "I wonder if I could put this notice up on your notice board," and it says "hero for hire" or something like that, something alliterative, and she goes, "You can stick your notice anywhere." And then he goes in for a kiss, and it's very romantic. There's a bit of tongue.
The teeth fall out at this point.
Explicit.
It depends. We can do. I'd like to keep it classy. But,
This is going to be awful.
but anyway, there's that moment. I think you can imply an awful lot by, the female character just sort of lifting a leg. Like, when they kiss and she lifts a leg.
Oh, you mean like kicking a football, like doing one of those keepy ups? That could happen.
Yeah,
she kicks in, goes in for the kiss, lifts up the leg, kicks the ball.
I think
Which could be one of the Backstreet Kids. That's how they're introduced. The ball goes over the fence.
Yeah.
For one of the sequels, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. But no, I like the cut of your jib.
Is that what she says?
Is that what she says? Yeah. I like the cut of your jib because that's what a 78.
Is that a catapult in your pocket?
That's the totem of vengeance.
That's it. Yeah, and he has a little wink to the camera.
Yeah. So it's
I thought.
I was going to come up with a little slogan there, and my brain just went, "No, this is not your film."
Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean that I feel. I mean this is a tale as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
happened to all of us.
It is. I mean, I know you're going to say I shouldn't be mentioning things that giving you reasons for not giving me the £39. But you could quite rightly say, well, is this not the hero's journey? Have we not seen this a million times before? Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Hamlet. It's the old It's the same thing, the
Yeah.
call to adventure, the refusal, the going on the journey, the meeting the goddess halfway through,
Is this a piglet I see before me? Yeah.
yeah. And then but so that would be my in my defence,
Yeah.
I would say there is a story as old as time,
Hmm.
and look at the phenomenal business that Avatar: Way of the Water made, even when I think we can all agree it was shit.
I think it cost a little bit more than £39.
Yes, it did, but maybe if we just treat the 39 quid as seed money, we could do a Kickstarter.
We could do a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Patreon is the way now, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Do a Patreon.
Well, I'm happy to do a bit of nudes if that helps.
yeah. I keep getting the messages from you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, but any housework you need doing, I'm happy to. Just 'cause it's quite hot, isn't it?
typing.
It's quite hot.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It brings out my prickly heat, so I'm quite happy to.
Yeah.
Just leave a window open. I'll keep my socks on. I'm not.
Yeah,
worried
obviously.
about it.
Yeah,
There's
we're not
nothing
animals.
sexual.
We're not animals. We're not pigs in the sanctuary.
Yeah,
We're not pigs on a rampage into Parliament.
yeah. So,
Right.
but
Wow.
yeah, that's my humble.
I'm not really sure where you start with recounting this.
No, I'm going to try it. I've had so. Logan Murray, thank you for coming in and pitching a movie. I'm going to give you a little rundown of your film.
Okay.
If that's okay.
If there's any mistakes, I will not interrupt you because it's valuable for me as the creator to hear what my audience
Oh wow,
want to hear.
you're going to take this seriously, right?
You do know we're not really going to make it.
Don't tell us that. £39. Logan Murray, your film. Actually, first,
That works.
1 minute.
Oh, we haven't.
One sec.
Whoa.
We've missed a crucial step.
Yeah.
What is the title of this film?
Okay. It's Dennis : That's it. No, Dennis :
:
a boy and his dog.
a boy
Oh,
and
right.
That's the working title.
his dog.
But we must be clear on the publicity. There must be no reveal. Like when they're in the Flash when they went,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we've got Batman in it. Oh, here he is as Keaton as Batman. We don't want
Spoilers.
that.
Oh, sorry,
We
sorry.
don't want that. We want the audience to be surprised.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. So Dennis, a boy and his dog.
Yeah.
Logan Murray, your film. No fat people. First thing, no fat people.
A bunch of pigs.
So this was pitched as The Matrix versus Harry Potter.
Yeah. I find this laughter quite cruel.
The opening in the opening credits, there's just mayhem, explosions, all fights. It's all crazy,
Yeah.
and then we find out that this is a dream. There is a bloke with messy hair.
Yeah.
His name is Dennis,
Yeah.
played by Adam Driver.
Yeah.
He is the proprietor of a pig sanctuary with aspirations of expanding into dog sanctuaryism.
Yeah.
Excellent, very good. And he keeps having these weird dreams. He keeps having these weird dreams about a weird dark wolf. At this point, I thought a wolf sanctuary was going to be involved.
Don't want overkill.
No, it's well, dogs are more evolved wolves, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then we've got explosions, and he kind of feels like the tortured, bullied character. At this point, he goes into the local pub and sees a beautifully dressed naked pig in distress, and decides to defend
Stop
its
you there,
honor. Sorry.
because now you're saying it back to me, it does sound a bit far-fetched. maybe we should make that into an old woman.
Not
Oh
the
my God! It could be the librarian.
No, yeah,
that librarian.
Yeah.
What's the librarian's name,
It's
by
a
the way?
great idea I just had there. Brilliant idea I just had out of my head.
What's
as
the
the creator of
librarian's
that
name?
idea. Agnes.
Agnes? Surname?
Agnes Fagless.
Agnes Fagless. Maybe that's what she was doing. She was trying to find a cigarette.
No, she doesn't smoke.
She doesn't smoke. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, she's fagless.
Fagless, yeah.
All right. So, so he's in the
And
pub,
she's been pushed from one side, bullies, and she goes, whoa, whoa, whoa.
like the grandma in the Tweety Pike.
Yeah. But sexier.
Yeah, I don't think you
Yeah.
could get more sexy than that.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's full.
Top of the mountain.
Okay, so you've got Agnes Fagless, who plays a librarian in
Paltrow.
distress. Sorry,
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh yeah, I mean
Oh,
we'd
okay.
have to age her up, obviously.
Gwyneth Paltrow from the
Have
future.
you seen her recently?
Oh, no.
Shade.
She's got fair skin. She's,
Well, she won't listen to this.
No, it's Elliot.
Yeah.
I know she's got the range. She can do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's very talented.
She's
Very talented woman.
Yeah.
All right, so right now, Dennis, played by Adam Driver, is defending the honour of Agnes Faglis, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, in a pub, and then we start to see now that there are some clues coming through the mail from a mysterious figure called W.
Yes. Look for this in such and such a place, and he
Yeah.
does, and of course that leads to him inadvertently,
Is he being really helpful, like telling like where you found, like, look here and you'll find your keys, batteries.
Remember where you left your glasses?
Yeah.
They were when you last left them. Yeah, that sort of thing.
He's a very
Always where you-
helpful
the last place
puppeteer.
you look.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, right. So at this point, there is Dennis is
So
trying
he's
to.
falling upwards. He's falling upwards every time.
Yeah, yeah. Life's
it-
getting just a bit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So right now, Dennis now is trying to find his past. He can't find anything about his parents, and he's attracted to this dog grave that is unmarked. And then
It's
suddenly
scratched out.
it's all scratched
Yeah.
out purposely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And as he kind of touches the grave, he has this mind explosion
Yeah,
where there is all sorts of chaos going on
Yeah.
in his head. He's imagining hair, stripy jumpers,
Yeah.
and then he remembers his dog Nasha,
Yeah.
who is inhabited by the Babylonian spirit Ganesha, the totem of chaos.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that right? Is
it's
that
about- yeah. It sound, I mean, when you put it like that, it sounds
am I
a bit
being
trite.
spiritually correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I see.
it's not. It's a family romp.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want to.
Be like the genie from Aladdin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yeah.
less wisecracks.
Yeah, yeah,
more
exactly.
Sort of blood.
You've never had a dog like me.
So, okay, so at this point then, Magic Yes is doing this. He transforms into Dennis the Menace with
Yes.
his trademark stripy jumper.
Yeah. Menaces forever.
Menace, yeah.
Yeah,
He's going around, he's busting drug dealers
Yeah.
and helping kids with their general daily annoyances.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I would just like to interject one small change.
Yo.
Instead of the embodiment of chaos, surely the dog has to be the embodiment of menace.
Well, that is chaos, right?
Yeah, I know, but like, that's why. It just feels like it's there on the nose. Or is it two on the nose?
Dogs do have good noses.
Well, I suppose you could keep it vague, couldn't we? You said Babylonian spirit of.
Yeah, it's a family romp. We should definitely keep it vague.
Or every time they explain it, go, it's Babylonian spirit of. And
Someone cuts him
it's a
off.
big explosion or cut away.
We don't have time
Yeah.
for you to explain what this is.
Yeah.
Fast cut.
Yeah,
fast
you
cut.
don't. Right, so we're in here, right? So right now,
Pop video.
we find out that he's taken out the drug dealers and he's getting further up the drug dealer
Yeah,
chain.
yeah.
At this point, we find out, and now the pigs are in helping. Right, the pigs are
Yes.
are a part of this.
Because
Yeah.
he finds out that one of the pigs he's rescued
It's called
is
Rasha.
is
It's Rasha's great grandson, who is called
Philip.
Philip. Philip the pig, the great grandson of Rasha. Now, right now, there's kind of like there's a bit of destruction going on here because the pigs are now rioting through London. He's riding the pigs like I imagine, sort of like a sleigh dog type
Yes.
scenario.
Yeah.
And as
It's
this
like
is happening, the library gets destroyed, and poor Agnes Faglis is a little bit upset, obviously, and he's like, "I'll put this right later." Right?
Yes, yeah.
Don't you
yeah.
worry, I'm coming back to
Yeah.
save you.
Well, it's more romantic than that. It's
Oh.
it's more poignant because she goes, "Oh, you've never had any respect for books. You still owe me 5.57 pence for that last book about self-sufficiency you took out." and he wants to say so much, but he needs to
Take
sort
these
out
pigs.
he needs to take these pigs and
Yeah.
get justice.
Oh yeah.
So he just his heart's too full, so he turns away. So it's a very
The classic Spider-Man and his girlfriend
that's
type.
great.
Yeah,
With
you know.
great
yeah.
power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that's
you know,
and
so-
pigs.
Yeah.
So he's riding the pigs through London, and right now we find out kind of why he's doing this, because actually he wants to go kill the Prime Minister.
He's trying to find Mr. Big.
Mr. Big,
and
yeah.
he's just every next criminal pushes him towards the. Again, it's going to be a shock. We all know the story now. We're living the story now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Of course, your audience won't know that. So imagine the reveal when they think, "Is it?"
He went from killing drug dealers to murdering the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's
but it's believable. It's believable.
it is. I mean, yeah.
Could be, couldn't it?
I mean,
It is something.
Yeah.
so the Prime Minister is responsible for distributing crack heroin.
Crack heroin.
Crack heroin.
Working. We could change it to something more pizzazzy.
Yeah, like because films usually have like a proper made up drug
Yes.
name, don't they?
Yeah.
What do you name a drug, Logan?
Give it a street name like Blue Wobblers.
Blue Wobblers.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds right.
Which actually sounds like the sort of drug that would influence voters.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can vote for this year. Oh, I'm a bit of a blue wobbler.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So he's distributing blue wobbler, previously crack heroin, which is a drug that's designed to get people so hyped up about the political party
Yes.
that we won't mention.
Yeah. It could be any.
It could be any blue political party.
Okay, we won't use blue then. We'll call them green dobbers.
Green dobbers. All right, green dobbers.
That's
Right.
nice.
Tory Wobbler.
So here we go. Right. So we've got right now, and his name is
Purple Reese Moggs.
Purple Reese Moggs. Yeah.
It's got no connotation, has it?
Yeah, it doesn't completely anonymous drug.
Fizz Truss.
Fizz Oh yeah.
Because it's not. You don't want to be partisan about this, do you?
Truss does sound like a name for a drug.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
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 Oh, a pound of truss, please.
Pushing truss.
Pound of truss. How do you ingest that?
I was about to say we've had Europe since then. We got to go metric.
Yeah. I'll have 3 grams of truss, please.
Yeah. That was another joke there.
such an
But I'm not
English
selling.
drug.
Rub it in your ears.
Lord Flawfully Flaw.
Yes.
Is
But
the
of course
name.
It looks like it's.
Yeah, but it's got lots of
Jumonley.
different
Yeah.
letters in there that
Yeah.
don't mean anything. Lord Fluffy Flaw is the Prime Minister.
Yes.
And right now there's a fight between Dennis and the Prime Minister, and it's all
Yeah, but James Bond versus Baddie, the Baddie reveals all his plan.
Yeah.
And Dennis thinks he's going to win, but just as he wins, the slipper comes out.
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah. Slipper comes out and that's it now. Dennis is now on the ropes.
Yeah.
We all kind of know that he's going to win,
Yeah.
but we think he might.
never
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
You
because
do
we
know.
do. Yeah, we're like,
And then
yeah, he's
just
going
when
to get out of this.
he's on the ropes,
Then all of a sudden,
dun 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 dun.
Do the whole thing again.
And then it cuts away to there's an allotment shed in Kent, and it's just for some reason it's country and western. Dong 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 dong. Border. Then goes back. Dun 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 dun.
what's going on with the shed?
It's just there. It's just there. I've got
Just cuts to a man ignoring the calls from his wife.
full disclosure, I've got a mate who lives in Norwich and he just always wanted to be in the films.
Oh, we're going to go on.
All right. So this is Jobs for the Boys, is it?
Well,
You are Adam Sandler.
and then
Yeah.
and then there's CGI Ganesha, in his full glory.
Well, no, so
apologise to everyone.
firstly appears as a tiny little black
and it's
condensed
and lightning coming
cloud.
out,
Yeah, very dense.
Skies open, and then all of it.
All of it just goes, and then the dog, the dog. Then we did actually. I did spot out here during this chaos. We did decapitate a policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't make an omelette of that.
No
Breaking.
CGI. Yeah.
But that's just an authority. It doesn't have to be a policeman. It could be a traffic warden.
All right. Right.
No one's going to defend a traffic warden.
No one.
Yeah, that's
No. People cheer if anything.
Or that bloke in Greg's who says, "Oh, you haven't got the right." Sorry, why can't you have a normal steak bake? Why'd you have to have a vegan one? You know, so it could be some authority figure like that. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Just not
yeah. So
plucking 'em out.
just a general sort of like hate all the villain of Britain. In a person.
Yes.
That's what
So
they
he's
cast
wearing
it as,
like
yeah.
he's wearing a traffic ward. He's got a traffic warden's
Yeah.
thing. He's got the Greg's bag that says vegan with a cross through it,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Ghostbusters symbol.
Yeah,
He's pushed in the queue.
Yeah, he's pushed in the queue.
yeah. He's listening to loud music and he's talking on his phone
Oh.
with his phone in his hand, like you know, like say,
I'll be
Yeah.
home in half an hour, Marjorie.
Oh,
You know,
Marjorie!
so, yeah,
Fuck that!
yeah.
Jeez. So he's going to decapitate the villain.
Yes,
right.
a villain,
A villain, yeah, a
He's
villain,
doing
the
those-
villain.
Yeah. But
Not the villain.
No,
That's
the
the prime
villain,
minister. Yeah. Right. So then Ganesha the.
Oh, God, I feel like this film's going to be changing as you watch it.
or it could be, because prime ministers come and go, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Why not make it?
I say you can have Havers and whatever he said.
Yeah.
What was his name?
The other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other fella.
Hugh Grant.
Him.
Yeah.
No, we'll have the king of the United Kingdom, but not Prince Charles, obviously, because he does a lot of good work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
Fake king.
King Frederick the 15th,
Frederick the 15th.
Sadric the
Sadric.
17th, King Sadric the 17th.
There were 16 other Cedrics.
Yeah. What are they?
And what did they do? No, I'm joking.
Okay, Sadric. So
Imagine corn laws, all of them. They did corn laws.
Who plays Cedric?
Sadric, well,
Yeah.
I think Hugh Grant could do that. But you know, I'm just thinking like raise the stakes.
yeah.
Where's the
Oh
steak
no,
baked?
just had an. Oh no.
God, no, go.
Oh man, this would have worked 2 years ago. Never worked now. But the president of the EU. No one likes the French. I mean, I voted Remain, but
Yeah, yeah.
I would happily throw myself under the bus if I thought I could get an island out of it.
I think people did if you read the Panama Papers.
It is a political podcast.
Next week on Mar. So we've got the president of the EU. So what happens with the president of the EU? This is the
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing at this.
yeah
point.
yeah fair, yeah. I mean
but-
yeah, that makes an appearance.
Oh no! What if we did go down that
Stanley-esque
route?
yeah.
Make the punishment fit the crime. So,
Okay.
so Ganesha appears, right?
Yeah.
And there's like, you know, and suddenly he's got all these baguettes in his paws, and he literally just begets him to death.
Oh right.
Begets him.
Javelin.
Yeah.
Like, just down around the throat. You know, just pushing the bread. And push it down.
Family friendly.
And then Dennis will say something really witty about that, like, oh, well, I guess you're not gluten intolerant, but something better.
Misplaced item in the baguette.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happened, and then at this point, we find out. So now, Dennis is the hero.
Of course.
He's the hero. He's saved
Yes.
something.
He's saved.
I'm not really sure.
No, he saved everyone from the Blue Wobblers.
Yes, he
Yeah.
saved everybody from the
trust.
spirit of
Yeah.
From not even make a political point. He's just saved everyone from the tedium
Yeah.
of authority.
Yes.
and he's become this spirit of chaos, and everyone's taking a chance now
'Cause they
Everyone's taking
believe-
a
yeah.
chance in the world.
Yeah.
You know, going, oh, maybe I'll have a little flutter
Yeah.
on the maybe
On the ponies.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have
Maybe.
spaghetti hoops instead of beans for dinner.
Yeah. Really mix it up.
Yeah.
Really.
Mix the beans and that's too far fetched.
yeah,
you can't
yeah,
mix
yeah.
beans and spaghetti.
No.
Disgusting.
You
The
say
sauces
that.
are different. I'm sorry, I've just got passionate about that for some reason.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
Yeah.
But if you say that, but if you got that in a posh restaurant on holiday, you'd go formidable.
yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, isn't it funny? how
Two
they do
different sauces in one bowl.
it? So this,
We have completely lost control.
I was about to say that happened to me in China. I went to China.
There is no way that happened.
and they gave me.
Okay. So no, it's not. No, it's President. What's his name?
Xi.
Xi. Yeah.
Xi. Oh, yeah.
He's the baddie. Yeah.
played by Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
This is our fourth major villain.
We're banned in China.
Yeah, but it's going to get banned in China anyway, isn't it?
We don't have any Chinese listeners, I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, we might have Chinese listeners, just
You
not
never
from
know.
China.
Yeah.
Right, so
Lovely backpedaling there.
Can I say I have great respect for every nation. in the world.
me too,
And,
except for France, maybe.
That doesn't
No.
really tie with what you said 45 seconds ago.
I think like I like. I think it's very clear what I'm trying to say here.
I think you should play the Prime Minister.
My message is this: we respect the French people, even if we don't necessarily respect their pissy.
I think that was perfectly put.
Yeah.
I can't- yeah. It's going to
Banned.
building bridges.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another.
What was the sin?
being French president.
Oh,
I mean, the favourite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
I mean, this is
Oh, yeah.
we're going away from the screenplay.
We've
That
never
shows
written-
me you're both excited about the idea.
We've never written an extra 30 minutes while recapping.
This
yeah.
is
It's about time.
DVD extras.
And at this point, right? So he's the hero.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace is the hero.
Yeah.
And he goes back to the library where he puts a notice up saying "hero for hire," and she's
Yeah.
like, "You can stick your notice anywhere."
Yeah, yeah.
They have a kiss. She flings her back leg, kicks a football over
Yeah.
into the garden of the backstreet kids, which
Yeah.
is where they're introduced.
Yeah.
And then here the credits kind of start to roll.
Yeah.
And no, we find out who W is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
Walter
yeah.
Softy.
Yeah, Walter.
Walter Softy, who's got very, skeleton-like hands. Very disturbing, weak hands.
Very weak hands.
Yeah. And what is it? He turned to the camera and said, like, "Oh, don't mix your beans," or whatever it was. I don't know. I've lost that.
It was
Great prank.
great prank,
Yeah.
viewers.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
prank.
yeah.
Bit of a wink.
Yeah.
Good. So, and then during the credits, we see it cuts to a piece of video where the camera pans over and a beret
Yes.
is revealed,
Yeah.
telling the audience that Minnie the Minx will be in the first sequel.
Yeah.
I think the Barry might have to literally say that out loud. Otherwise no one's going to know.
It could be a talking beret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking beret, Logan?
It's a bit far fetched.
I really
post
don't.
it.
I desperately do not want to know what you would have a beret say after go to prison.
But I think I mean this is all just gilding the lily. We've got a brilliant product here. We can agree. And this is just thinking, well, what do we do?
There's no way this isn't a franchise.
No.
No,
And if it isn't, we've got a brilliant. Even if it's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves. If it's lightning that only strikes once, it's lightning in a bottle. So be it.
Yeah.
But we'll have this as our legacy. And if it leads to a fantastic franchise,
Yeah.
That's what me and Jim said about this podcast.
We did promise each other islands.
yeah.
Well, Logan, and the film is called Dennis, a Boy and His Dog.
At the moment, I mean, I
Yeah.
know, like you get it to Hollywood, it might change
Yeah.
to something else. But I think
Could,
it's
it's a good working title, something we can use for the pay slips.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, or
Iron Man.
I mean, Iron Man is really just.
Brand recognition.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
so
exactly,
we
yeah.
can- yeah.
Well, I love it. I do
Oh,
love it.
I actually genuinely do like it.
I definitely watch it. So I think we need to fund it. We
Yeah,
need to do
100%,
it.
yeah.
Congratulations, Logan. You've got our £39 to
Thank
fund
you.
this
You've
movie.
done it.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's the first time we've clapped.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that.
No, it felt right.
I
though.
sort of just followed you like I
was
do
so
with
ex-
everything.
I was so excited.
Well, I prepared a small speech.
It's the second movie.
Well, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming over and pitching this movie to us, Logan.
No, thank you
It's
for
been
your time.
Oh no! Thank you for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. And what? Where can we find you? You're doing absolutely. You do so.
Where you least expect.
I was about to say online, but they could be worse.
Look outside your bedroom window.
Yes. Did you when you're in the shower and you think, oh, is the window open? It is now.
Are you sure you locked the back door? Logan knows.
So
Yeah, so Logan, you do some amazing comedy courses where and I've done the course and it's great fun, really good. It's the best time I've had. Met some lovely people. And where can people find your social media website for them to come and have a look at this?
all right. Well, they're almost all sold out for the rest of the year. I'm doing. So I'm just about to put anyway. www.loganmurray.com. And you get to my website and you press courses, and that'll tell you all the stuff coming up.
Cool.
Or but over the year, I love the summer because I get to go away. But in the winter, I'm just stuck in London. Or doing the online courses, which is great fun. But the only thing I've got left that's got any availability is one, but it's more people who've done it before.
Yeah,
So
the November course.
Yeah, November one. So, but it should be a laugh. And I do it at a lovely place called the Museum of Comedy, which even if you never get, you think after this podcast, oh God, I never want to listen to that man's voice. He does sound like a hospital DJ. But they have a lot of really interesting things on there. Like a very not experimental, but very take a risk, small scale stuff.
It's a great venue.
It's so good. And the thing I like, they've got sooty in a jar, which I imagine is ghost proof. Up on the thing. No. So you're absolutely right.
If you undo the jar, you've actually got the mummified Harry in there as well.
Oh, that's why it's sealed.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Well, great. Everyone should go do the course because it's so much fun and it's just brilliant. It's a great laugh. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Logan, for coming now. We've got the podcast. Please like, subscribe, and leave reviews. That's really important. And we've got fan art. We've got listeners in Brazil. We've had one. You really perked up there. Like we're gonna go there. Brazil, America, the Netherlands, Belgium. It's great that you're all. I imagine
we're not
that
going to have any listeners in France anymore. Are we?
I imagine that this is actually just helping people go to sleep, or like old people not feeling alone in their houses. But please keep listening. Please keep telling your friends because we love doing this, and if you keep listening, we'll keep doing it. So thank you very much, everybody. It's another episode of The Bag.
Another film done.
Yeah, it's all done. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Do a very unprofessional cough. Sorry, I hope you can edit that out later.
We edit nothing.
We don't edit.
Oh, what?
No, that's it. Bang.